Hi guys, welcome back to HAG Studios. Today I'm downtown Kingston and I'm standing beside Edna Manley's famous sculpture, Negro Aroused. But we're here to look at the renewal that is taking place downtown. Over the past several years, downtown Kingston has been undergoing a renewal, a rejuvenation. Old derelict buildings are being renovated and restored to new life. And a lot of commercial activities, a lot of the larger companies are coming back downtown and establishing offices. There's so much happening here, not just in terms of commercial activity, but also in entertainment. So stay with us as we look at downtown Kingston and its renewal. Our approach to downtown Kingston was from Marcus Garvey Drive. Then through the lights at Peckham Street and onto Harbour Street. At that intersection, there were new and impressive buildings complete with beautiful landscaping. Along Harbour Street, as with the rest of downtown, there's a mix of newly restored or built buildings as well as derelict ones awaiting restoration. The architecture here, regardless of the state of the building, is mostly impressive. There's the old NCB branch with its ornate design, patiently awaiting its restoration to its former glory. The old Air Jamaica building still carries its name in bold orange letters, reviving memories of a bygone era. It's early morning and we're driving in the direction of the sun, so please excuse the extra sun rays. Grace Kennedy has always remained downtown for over 100 years. Now they have added several new impressive offices, all in the same area. The Jamaica Stock Exchange stands out surrounded by majestic palm trees and overflowing bougainvillea. We travel past the sturdy brick walls of the General Penitentiary and out to Raytown Fishing Village, where colorful murals add a special touch. Graphic murals anchor the view of the sea and the airport as we travel back along the waterfront. A short left turn takes us past the Bank of Jamaica, then the conference center, and back out to the waterfront where the entertainment spots take over. This is Ocean Boulevard. There are several restaurants on the left, and the former Oceana Hotel, now ROK Hotel, is on the right with a clear view of the Caribbean Sea. The ROK, Renaissance of Kingston, is appropriately named. Kingston is undergoing a renaissance, revival, and rebirth. Over the past 6 years, Kingston Creative has played an integral part in inducing the rebirth of downtown. It's Kingston Creative that has been behind the painting of the murals, which have colored once derelict buildings, bringing their walls to new life. Watch our previous video, Kingston Creative Art Walk. Kingston Creative facilitates tours of downtown Kingston, and recently the Art Walk Festival was held, featuring the usual tour of the murals, music, food, and creative items on display and on sale. There was a small art exhibition and an architectural downtown walking tour led by well-known architect Patrick Staniger.
And this building got built after the 1907 earthquake. Everything, the whole of Kingston got
built after 1907.
What didn't get hit by the earthquake? There was a fire after that finished everything off.
Oh my God!
All right. They built this building, and until the 1970s, Ray and Nephew was here until they built their headquarters down Spanish Down Road.
An enthusiastic group walked with Staniger as he imparted a wealth of information on the history of downtown Kingston and stories of the varied buildings making up the architectural landscape of this part of the city of Kingston.
And said, let's build a new modern port, right? And move the port to what became Newport East and then Newport West, right? That was very clever. And let's use the land that the port was on and fill it up and use it, open it up for development and to make a modern city and all of that. So the UDC was invented back then in order to do that. And all of the lands were subdivided to sell to developers. And so that's when all of these buildings came into being. So this is all, well, here of course would have been, this is, by the way, this is Little Port Royal Street, right, we're on. This would be the southernmost original street of Kingston. Barry Street. At the end of this street is the Kingston Railway station. And as I mentioned before, it does not go through to South Camp Road, but it does go to East Street, which would have been the other end of Kingston.
I sat down for a chat with Andrea Dempster-Chung, co-founder of Kingston Creative. I'm with Andrea Dempster-Chung, and she is
Executive Director and co-founder of Kingston Creative.
Kingston Creative.
Yes.
Andrea, I'm so excited about what's happening downtown. And this walk and this tour you have once per month. Is it the last Sunday in each month?
Yes, the last Sunday of each month, downtown comes alive with culture.
Yes.
And it's really a party, it's a celebration, it is highlighting all the wonderful stuff that's in downtown. This month, we're focusing on architecture and design, but every month we focus on something different. Kingston is known for its music, of course. It's the epicenter of Jamaican music, which, you know, our music is world renowned, and it's a UNESCO Creative City of Music. However, we're way much more than music. So in January we focus on dance, in March it's literature, and then it's visual art, and then it's film and animation and design and architecture. So we really take the opportunity to focus on all the different art forms that we excel at in this Art Walk Festival.
Okay, I know you're a co-founder of Kingston Creative. How did this come about?
Well, I'm actually a structural engineer, but I've always loved art. And as a child, I don't know if you grew up hearing that you cannot be an artist.
Oh,
you know,
yes.
It's doctor, lawyer, engineer, or that's it, right? Because I mean, they're practical things. If you're an artist, there really was no ecosystem in my time for an art career. And so what I'm trying to do through this, for me personally, my motivation is to make sure that young artists coming up have an opportunity to practice what they're good at and also make a good living. We don't, that starving artist trope, we want to throw it out the window. So we have to build some things. So we have to invest in people. So creative people must get the training and investment and the Silicon Valley treatment, the hackathons and the accelerators and the venture capital that you would have given to a tech person.
Yes.
You know, because creativity is our thing. So we have to put that kind of investment around creative entrepreneurs if they are to excel. And then you have to invest in place. So we can't have the center of our city where all our built cultural heritage is. Institute of Jamaica, National Museum, Simon Bolivar, Liberty Hall, National Gallery of Art, all of these churches, the synagogue, I could go on, Holy Trinity Cathedral. We can't have this rundown, you know, people can't
Just
visit
going
it.
down constantly.
It's unreasonable.
Yeah.
So we want to make this a hub for creativity. Downtown Kingston is where creativity comes from, and so we want to invest in people and place to make sure that we have a vibrant, you know, creative ecosystem. That any young person growing up in any of these downtown Kingston communities who has talent, they can thrive and succeed and remain in Jamaica. They don't have to migrate. That's the other part of it.
Right.
So when you look at it, yes, it's a festival. And yes, we're painting murals, but it's way more than beautification. It's really about how do we achieve sustainable national development for Jamaica, you know, using what we're really, really good at, which is culture.
Yes, and this whole rejuvenation of downtown Kingston is just so interesting. Where do you see it going?
Well, we have a 10-year plan where we hope to see an art district that is declared in downtown. And we've also been investing in a lot of creatives. So behind the scenes, the entrepreneurial work is not as visible, right? But we've, you know, had creatives going to Medellin, going to Berlin, going to Haiti, going all around the world. And they are learning to do business in different markets. And they're bringing this knowledge back and they're strengthening their business capacity. We also have something called a culture app. So Culture Connect app, it's on everybody's phone, it's in the App Store, it's on Google Play. And so this app now is e-commerce. Everybody can't build an e-commerce site and market it, but this is a collective e-commerce site for Jamaican creatives to go on and be able to sell their goods to the world. So there's bits of technology and platforms that we need that Kingston Creative is putting in place. There's a training and development of the creatives. And also, in 10 years, we want to see, you know, that there are murals stretching from the Institute of Jamaica on East Street over to, you know, the National Gallery of Jamaica on Orange Street, and that people are able to move freely through this art walk, this walkway. Because with that comes safety, with that comes peace, with that comes economic progress. So there's social benefits, economic benefits, and all of that wrapped into what we can do with our arts and culture. It's very, very powerful. And we hope that it will be transformational in terms of, you know, a legacy that we can leave in downtown and in our young crop of creatives that are coming up that are so, so talented.
Okay. What about the persons who live downtown? What has their response been?
Well, they are part and parcel of this whole paradigm and this whole vision. So, you know, we are in downtown and of downtown. So in the art, I don't know if you saw all the artisans downstairs.
Oh yes.
A good 50% of them are from the downtown Kingston communities.
Oh great.
So we train in downtown Kingston as well. So every month we go into a different community and we do a training session in the community, because the dynamics are such that you can't host a training session up at UWI and expect people to cross borders and find their way up there. You actually have to go into communities and deliver the training. So that is happening as well.
So what kind of training would this be?
So we don't train in artistic skills because we have an Edda Manley, we have a Heart Trust VTDI, we've got the artistic training. What we train in is digital skills and business skills.
Oh wow.
How do you take your music to a viable business? How do you take your visual art skills to be a viable business? How do you use digital skills to get it across the world? And you know, COVID had a silver lining because it just made everybody hyper focused, and you need digital skills now to survive in the world. And so, you know, we took that and ran with it. And so we train in digital skills, business skills, and we're trying to make everybody in the downtown Kingston community be a part of this story. We also do tours. And so our tours go to Iba Spice, Rockers International, the last vinyl record store there on Beat Street. We work with Sounds and Pressure, we work with Culture Yard in Trenchtown. And so it's not just about developing the center of downtown in the business district. It really is about all of our satellite locations that are high points of culture. Raytown, we've had an art walk in Raytown, Alpha Institute, you know, Home of Ska. We see all of these areas. Tivoli now has Bumps Park, which is a new mural zone. And, you know, this brings a lot of vitality to the areas. It brings a lot of economic benefits, and again, it brings peace. So we think it benefits the downtown Kingston communities greatly. And I just want to add one more thing in that we are not a top-down. You know, we didn't come up with some big grand plan and then get millions in funding and now we're just rolling it out. This is a ground up.
Yes.
So every last Friday we have co-creation sessions. So we have had, you know, different community members and CDCs and people who are in the culture and in music for years and years. They are co-creating this with us every single month. We're talking, we're listening, and we're adjusting as we go. Because it's so important for this to be what downtown community residents want it to be. So we talk about land trusts and how do you ensure we don't have gentrification and, you know, so the process is just as important as the outcome, I think. And the process for us will define the outcome. So inclusion is top on our priority list.
Oh, I think this is just so impressive, and I'm hoping that a lot more Jamaicans who are living here and also Jamaicans who come to visit, come home to visit, that they'll make sure they come to this. So this is for now at least, you have a tour every last Sunday.
Well, every Sunday there's a tour. And any day you like, there's a tour.
Right,
Just
because the murals are there.
Exactly.
And the murals are just fabulous.
And our tours are booked on the Culture Connect app. So you can book a tour online anytime you like, a custom tour, or you can come down and walk in. Every single Sunday there's a tour. And then the Art Walk Festival is every last Sunday.
Oh, I see.
But I share what you're saying about, you know, people getting involved. I think in the beginning people were very much, let's sit back and see
what's happening.
Yeah, because, you know, people are jaded. There have been many attempts to revive downtown and regenerate downtown. And now we're in our 6th year, you know, of taking our slow, steady steps.
Well, I must say, when I came the last time, because we have done a feature before, I think there are 3 times as many persons on the tour today.
Yes,
so I see
it's
growth
growing
there.
Yes, it's definitely growing in terms of attendance, and now we're up to about 89 or 90 murals, you know, in starting in November 2018. So, you know, it is growing, the momentum is growing.
I saw new murals.
Even today,
yes,
right?
Yes.
So that's definitely, and that's the investment of the Tourism Enhancement Fund. At the beginning we were self-funding, and now the Tourism Enhancement Fund has said, you know, this looks like a viable new urban destination for culture. Great. And so we're really happy to have the support of the KSAC and the UD, you know, all of these different entities that that have to be a part of the story. No one single person is going to push anything forward. It has to be a partnership and a collaboration. So we're happy that everybody's at the table and pulling together in the same direction.
This is something that everybody needs to see.
I hope people come down.
Yes, it's really impressive. You feel like you're in a different place, and people still have some reservations about downtown, but when they come and see this, that's going to be gone.
The stigma is real about downtown. It's probably one of the biggest barriers. It doesn't matter what you build. If people do not believe and feel safe and believe in downtown, then it won't happen. So we encourage more and more people to come down, more and more people to try it out, post on your Instagram, share with your friends, and people who are in the diaspora, they're a big part of the equation. They are the messengers of the Jamaica brand.
Yes.
You know, so definitely we want people to come down, we want them to support. There's lots of different ways to actually donate and support Kingston Creative as well, because we are an NGO, so we do need to mention that people can support what we're doing, and people can get involved, and it doesn't matter if it's, you know, a one-off PayPal donation, or if you're a big corporate and you can put it doesn't matter. We just want people to feel like they're a part of this story and a part of this journey. Because we think we're building something that hopefully, as I said, it's a legacy conversation between us and our city. You know, and I think everybody should really get involved.
This is a renewal.
Yeah.
And I really congratulate Kingston Creative for what you have been doing, and in such a short time, because
it's really down to the team. It's the team. We have an amazing team, and most of them are creatives. They're either photographers or dancers or theater practitioners, and they all are like, let's build this, let's do it, let's create a change themselves. And so I'm really, really proud of the team that we work with. They are amazing, and they're the key to the success as well. So big up to all the people who supported Kingston Creative and all the creatives out there. They're definitely part of it.
Thank you so much.
Oh, you're so welcome.
A small art exhibition by artist Kamal Manboard
was mounted in a corner of the restaurant, which now occupies most of the ground floor of the Swiss store. We were lucky to have a talk with this talented artist.
These are three of my accredited canvas painting that I did. The series is called Architectonic Syncretism, and that has to do with architecture in the Caribbean, where it's an amalgamation of different cultures coming to sync. So it spans across different time periods, like from the Arawak time, you find the touch coming up to the more Spaniard to English Georgian architecture, to where we start adapting a few things to be more African, more Caribbean based, because we as Caribbean have our own identity, our own rituals, and our own architecture. That's an amalgamation of a lot of different walks of life. So this piece is one of my favorite pieces, because I grew up in Westmoreland, and I grew up in a house similar to this one. A little board house with the louver windows and the veranda that you would come and see. And that's where everything happened. My grandparents, you can always find them on their veranda. It becomes a living room instead of the living room. The living room is just for show.
Yeah.
The veranda is where everything happens.
These houses are still pretty popular in Westmoreland, right?
Yes, to an extent, you still find these houses, and you still find people moving these houses. So you can still
on the top of a truck.
So if you have a problem with a neighbor, you can just move your house, and put it somewhere else.
In order to get more footage and a better feel of downtown Kingston on a weekday, we returned on the Tuesday of that week. Our return journey took us past the National Gallery. We cut across to King Street and headed in the direction of Parade. Passing all the shops, some old, some newly renovated. At the top, St. William Grant Park is looking pretty good. The bus park had received a facelift with concrete pavers and new bus stops, and there seemed to be more order. The famous Ward Theatre appeared to be prepping for a new paint finish. Wouldn't that be good? Downtown Kingston is on a move, and you must be a part of it. Maybe you could start with the Kingston Creative Art Walk. I hope you enjoyed going downtown Kingston with us. Remember now to like, share with your friends, and if you haven't yet done so, please subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.